Hello, one, hello, all. Welcome to Blaine's Escape Corner. This is our little corner of the internet where we get together and we talk about things that help us escape. We are continuing still. Hold on. Let me look at the dates. How much longer do I gotta do this for? uh, oh, it's only been like 17 days, probably. Oof, oof. Oof! Why did I say 30 days without alcohol? Why did I do that? We are once again having our compis tonight with some tea. So thank you one, thank you all. Welcome to the chat. I'm gonna start it off with a nice compi to you all. All right, get that a little farther away from me so it's not overpowering. Put on a pair of shoes. Parachutes. Let's go parachute on Tuesday. Best line from that Herman Cain bad lip reading. Let's go parachuting on Tuesday. Very, very funny bad lip reading from the 2016 candidates. Is that when Herman Cain ran? Or like candidately ran or whatever the hell it's called? All right, you can read the title. You can see my tweets. Today we are talking Maid War, Eminence and Shadow, Urusei Yatsura. We got Space Invader Lum. Then we got us a lawsuit involving games, a game suit, if you will. We have Hans V plaintiff. We now found the plaintiff. We finally identified the plaintiff. Is suing Magnus Carlson. Oh, this has to be stupid. This has to be stupid. We talked a bit, and we'll get to it when we finally get to the reading. We talked a bit about the potential anal bead cheating strategy. So I feel that I'm allowed to also talk about the fact that there's now an actual lawsuit between these two individuals, because chess is a form of escapism. People like to play games. Chess is a game. There's chess on Twitch that people watch. Also, yes, can't not watch Ricada, which means we also have a hard cut. That means 9 o'clock my time, 11 o'clock Central Time, our stream will be ending as we all migrate over to Rumble to watch Nick Ricada and Drex chat and just a classic Drex stream. Not for all. I will preface it by saying, not for all. However, is for me. So I will be wrapping this stream before we get to that point, so that we can go enjoy it. And considering most of my audience comes from my Ricada chats, I'm sure. I'm sure you'll all join me in the Rumble rooms. Your Honor, I demand this man receive a cavity search before every tournament. That's a tacit agreement. You got a tacit agreement to a cavity search. Oh, I love it. Yes, Flawed Man. Drex gonna be on. Alex Moore with the hard cut as well. You came here from my Flawed Man chats. Hey, I'm a chatty Cathy over here. There's a reference that only the people older than me understand. All right, let's get started with the anime reviews. Let's get these going. I'm gonna start with Eminence and Shadow. Not me, came straight from Lolly, who got crypto hacked. Oh my gosh. Goodness. I retweeted this and I tagged Team YouTube on it as well. But for those who don't know, the almighty Lolly, the great creator who has crafted a narrative version of the Berserk manga, giving us imagery, video, their voice, going through the plot, as well as just giving us their takes and interpretation. It is a amazing compendium of Berserk content. Had his channel on YouTube hacked by a crypto scammer, and then it got deleted, similar to what happened to Uncivil Law. I'll grant you, we can follow him to his alternates. I think he's got an Odyssey that he was plugging. But But this is not the first time that a crypto scammer has taken over and gotten a YouTube channel yeeted. How? How and why are these things happening? Because you remember when this happened to Kurt from Uncivil Law, his response was, his response from YouTube was, oh, use two-factor authentication. We have to. I have to have two-factor authentication, and I'm not even monetized. It's literally a part of the process. So are you telling me that somebody was able to spoof his number, spoof his SIM card, you know, I'm not going to explain how that works, spoof his SIM card, get his 2FA, and then also log into his account and change everything and take over his entire Gmail? Are you telling me that? Are you telling me that that's how these people work? That's insane. That's crazy. All right, then what? How are you going to protect people? Because this isn't just like, oh, I lost my content. Like, if I lost my account, oh, I lost my content, I'll have to restart. I'll have to find a way to get in contact with everybody to get them back into a new channel or something like that. I do have Blaine's Gaming Corner, which is another YouTube channel that we could sort of migrate over to eventually. But we're talking about people's, like, income here. We're talking about, like, if you just showed up to work and there was just a dude sitting in your seat and everyone else was like, no, that guy's Blaine. Who are you? And you're like, no, I'm Blaine. Like, this is not okay. This is not okay. Not the first time that I've seen it happen. I'm sure it's happened other times before. Last thing I heard is he got access to his Gmail, and now he was just waiting for his YouTube account to get turned back on. I guess I can just go to YouTube and see if it's active. Gemini is saying he got it back. No, it's still not turned on yet. So it's still in a state of his account doesn't exist. However, on Twitter, he was saying that his account, his Gmail has been returned to him. So he has control of the Gmail, and now he's just waiting on what's Lolly's friend's name? What's his friend's name that posts on Twitter for him? Hold on. No. Wait, I retweeted this, so I can just go to my tweets. Oh, I tweet too much. Flawed man. Snake stuff. Did you get your copy of Death yet? Oh my goodness. Here we go. Okay, it's now been 3 hours. We're not done yet recovering your channel since we are doing. Yeah, I can show this. So, as much of it as you can see past my giant head. Thank you for sharing the good news. Just to give you a heads up, we are not yet done recovering your channel since we are doing it one step at a time to prevent any confusion. We now have to proceed with the next steps. Please answer the following questions. So he is still in the process of reacquiring his channel. It's been 5 hours now, hasn't turned back on yet. But like, this is crazy. This is crazy. Damn boy, stop tweeting. You're a grown man, not a 12-year-old. All of my tweets are like retweets of friends to help promote stuff. Castlevania review now. Castlevania is a fantastic game. Castlevania Super gets a little OP, but I think it plays the best, whereas the first one definitely has the greatest feel as far as Castlevania goes. Symphony of the Night is a genre-defining game, I should say, that really just feels like someone copied Metroid, which is so weird to me that they're called Metroidvanias, because Metroid literally did that first, and then Castlevania like improved upon the design. So I'm always confused why Vania is in the Metroidvania title, but I love me a Metroidvania. So at the end of the day, I'm okay as long as people keep making these and they keep making them good. Alucard is a Ponce, as far as I understand it. The lolly must stay. Yep. Hashtag the lolly must stay. Gotta pull a produce truck. Can't chat. Well, I mean, I hope. Gosh, you must be just like one of those giant bodybuilding humans that just pulls trucks all the time. A VTuber Clipper you're sub to also got crypto scammed and deleted. Oof. Oof. The Clipper got his channel back, not Lolly. Okay. Well, Lolly's channel should be on the way back. So we'll hopefully get that going. Lament of Innocence. Castlevania names are just they're like the people at Konami are just going through like an English dictionary looking at like the worst things, and then they have a little like of and then another thing that's like dark and depressing, and like lament, dirge, they're so good at that. Speaking, I don't know how that speaks of anything. But Eminence and Shadow is a great anime. It's a fun anime. It's everything that Serrano's told us it would be. It is silly. It is a kid who keeps making stuff up but doesn't understand that the things he makes up are actually real. And I feel like we've met his ideal waifu in this show. We obviously he's got a girlfriend now, kind of, in a weird way. But I do have to say, there are too many dog boys in this season. Bond is an actual dog. Pochita, arguably a dog. Why we gotta have Denji acting like a dog saying woof woof, and this kid acting like a dog saying woof woof? It's a weird one for me. You never actually played Castlevania, but Bloodstained Ritual of the Night was very good. That is the beauty of like a Castlevania or any Metroidvania game, is you can play them and you can enjoy them, and then I can tell you Symphony of the Night was that, but like before all of the modern stuff. Because they haven't changed. They still have save rooms. They still have items that let you pass farther and farther on. They may or may not have some sort of actual leveling system that increases your power, but they always use some sort of item system. Bosses covering entire regions. You know, you've played the game, and they just keep reskinning them, and I'm here for it because every time they give me a new skin, I can play them again. It's fantastic. Castlevania 2 was your first Castlevania game? Oh, you poor thing. Oh. Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest, for those who don't know, is one of the games that the internet hates more than the game was hated when it first came out. When the game first came out, people loved it because it was sort of this side-scrolling RPG. You could keep leveling up and really interesting. Had some really crazy secrets to move you from point A to point B. But in the age of the internet, it is very convoluted. It is very slow with certain transitions. It is awful. It is like pulling teeth to play Simon's Quest. And so it is one of the angry video game nerds like biggest reviews that he ever did on his channel was on the Simon's Quest. It is a crazy game. Crazy game. What else? Do I have anything else to say about Eminence and Shadow? I don't think so. I don't think I do right now. That we're mid arc, so you know, I kind of want to see how this resolves. But at the same time, I'm just enjoying this show. It's just silly. It's just fun. It's the foo like princess anime meme, but as a dude who thinks he's a shadow slayer of demons. Like, it's so fantastic. So fantastic. Welcome, Fansite. We are moving quickly here. Number 2, Akiba Maid War. It is the Yakuza anime we were not expecting. Some of you were here when I watched Birdie Wing, a golf girl story, and I was like, all right, golf anime, I'll give it a shot. We'll see what this is like. And then it ends up being the crazy underground gambling golf anime, right? Akiba Maid War, we knew going in there would be violence and there would be maids. It literally says Maid War, and the cover has a maid holding a gun. But we have time after time, and you can sing that in your heads now all night. Just been introduced to all of these facets of the Japanese Yakuza syndicate, trying to purchase organs, trying to get protection money, trying to do transactions, illegal casinos, illegal boxing. Like, we are getting so much in the deep and depraved of the Yakuza, but everyone is a maid that works at a maid cafe or the owner of a cafe. And it is amazing. I love this show. This show is so great. I'm excited to get to know more about our mysterious strong maid Ranka. Like, she's a character that I want to get more backstory on. We got a little glimpse in like literally the first opening scene, I believe, but that hasn't really been confirmed or gotten into. So like there's a whole nother story here that I'm ready for. But on top of all of that, like we already have like a really good anime based on kind of a goofy premise of let's put maids in a Yakuza movie, which if you don't know what I just said, picture The Godfather, but if The Godfather was starring a bunch of like Hooters girls and Twin Peaks girls. That's basically what you have. The Japanese version of Hooters girls in in the Godfather movies. That's what we're enjoying right now. On top of that, we have a character. We have a new introduced character, a new gal in this group. I was not sure at certain times if she was actually a native Russian speaker. It was so weird to my brain when she goes back and forth from speaking Japanese to speaking Russian that it's the same tonal cadence, but sounds like Russian. Like, it was really, really cool to listen to. So I need to dig into that a little bit on that voice actor. Did they just find a Russian speaker who had a close enough cadence with their Japanese actor? Or is it just she practiced because there is like, I don't speak much Russian, and what Russian I do speak all involves drinking. But when you grow up in America, we are introduced time after time after time to Russians in our media, right? We've had Dolph Lundgren, I'll Break Him, and Russian in the Rocky movies. We've had James Bond going against Russia multiple times. Like, we've been hearing Russian for a long time, and you can kind of hear like a native Russian speaker versus someone who's just speaking in a Russian accent. We can kind of pick that up if you've seen enough film and everything, right? She sounds like an actual Russian speaker. Like, I was like, wow, this is like a totally natural sounding set of lines, which was really, really, really well done. Stuff is very different. Hooters versus Twin Peaks. I only have one question: who has the better wings? I would guess Twin Peaks. I know Twin Peaks has a better burger, and I know that when I was much younger and went to Hooters, I was very disappointed by the food and kind of disgusted that the waitress sat at our table. It's like, I get I get that this is a place where like you're supposed to like cozy up with the customers, make them feel wanted, make them feel good, and you know, get bigger tips because of that. But like, me and my buddy, we go in and she walks up and she just slumps down into the chair, and it was like, "Oh, are you just joining us for a meal? Like, what?" Oh, It was not her. It was not her night, I guess. But I don't know. It felt very strange, very strange. All my other Discord, we found the voice actor has been a natural citizen for 10 years. Oh, that makes a lot more sense. Thanks, Alex, for bringing that up. I will trust you for now until you prove me otherwise. But for now, you've been a trustful chatter, so I will trust that the voice actor. I'm assuming what that sentence is saying is that they were a Russian who's a natural citizen in Japan for the last 10 years. So they speak Japanese while being Russian. So very, very exciting. You remember your high school physics teacher said he was a Russian translator in the army. That's funny. I had a like a middle school history teacher that was like the linguistics guy in his army. So he knew like 7 languages. It was asinine. Asinine. Hooters is just a themed maid cafe. Yes, that is correct. Costumes, overpriced food. You got yourself a maid cafe. Did you get lap dances at Hooters? I did not. I don't know that those are on the menu at a Hooters. Did I order the Dom Perignon? No. I only get Dom Perignon for the Naramadikon brothers. Lucy Christensen. She's the only one who gets the Dom Perry. Don't look a tit horse. I mean, a gift horse in the mouth plate. See, you forget. I live in Washington. We don't have tit horses usually. All the plastic goes south. All the plastic melts and goes south to California. Origa was a good with going between Japanese and Russian. R.I.P. Well, R.I.P. to them. I can pop a kompai for that. Kompai. Anyway, loving the show. I'm also loving now that our Gadu maid is now like documenting things. I'm like, all right, this is gonna be a new plot line. I'm ready for that one. Can't wait for this. Last show of the day, Urusei Yatsura. If you didn't already like it, I don't know how you're gonna like it now, but I love it. I loved it, and now I'm loving it even more. Did you see? Because, again, part of what I'm really enjoying about this is just the old manga being redone. When Lum throws a box of Ataru's stuff, there's a bunch of cassettes, like little music cassettes that, like, fly out of it, right? Like, it's just stuff like that where I'm like, oh, wow. Can you pull any more nostalgic heartstrings? Can you grab another one for me? We already have Lum, who's inarguably my waifu for second waifu. But we also are getting just gorgeous animation. David production really going well. I love the way that her hair like changes colors with the lightning. It's a lot cooler than the old style stuff where it would just sort of invert whenever there was a lightning strike. Just everything about this show is fun, comfortable, warm. It is a hot cup of cocoa on a cold winter's day, right before you go hit the slopes. Like, it is so calming and relaxing. I am absolutely in love. And hold on, Onitsuka Tiger Lum. I can say this because I'm sure not many of you know what any of this means. Open that. Onitsuka Tiger is a yes, cassettes. I remember Venom Snake using those in Phantom Pain. I had a Styx cassette, STYX, that I just warped with how many times I played that thing. You have yours in a box beside you. What's your go-to? What's your cassette? You're on a camping trip. You've got a case of D batteries in your player. What's the cassette you're bringing with you? and I'll pull this up. So Onitsuka Tiger is a shoe company in Japan, and they are doing a Space Invader Lum Tiger shoe. I love this outfit. Skirt with the crop top, Onitsuka Tiger shoes. That is adorable. Peak. Look at that shoe. It's a crazy shoe. They're doing a limited run of 700 pairs of this shoe. And they're only going to be $180. This shoe is only going to be sold like in Shibuya for a limited amount of time at a little pop-up that they're doing. These things are going to overnight be $900 shoes. I promise you. Deep Purple Machine Head. There you go. You've seen a few clips of it on YouTube. Well, I also would say watch the opening. Yeah, you know the worst part, the pop-up ends November 6th. I'm not gonna say exactly when I'm going to Japan, just in case, for security reasons, but that is not far before I leave. And it's like, no, can't you extend it a little bit? Please. Oh. Anyway, it's not a shoe for me, so I'm probably okay not picking one up. But keep your eyes on it. That might be an interesting one to track. To track indeed. Shibuya, like that one Javstar. That is what she is named after. The one that's always on Trash Taste. Talks with Connor, Giguk, and Anime Man Joey all the time. Kaho Shibuya. Yes, Shibuya. If you've ever watched Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift or heard anything about Japan, Shibuya has the famous Shibuya Crossing, which is the busiest pedestrian intersection in the world. Here is a picture of it. It is, you got your 4 main lanes and then this little alleyway that nobody drives down this alley because it is just monstrous amounts of people that are crossing this at any given time. This side right here is where the Hachiko statue, the statue of the Akita dog, is over here on this corner of the crossing. That's right next to Shibuya Station. So if you watch an anime and it's like, let's meet at Hachiko, that's at Shibuya Station. No idea. Don't waste your time on garbage podcasts like theirs. Oh, I've got a lot of time, I guess. I think that's it. I love Urusei. It's such a fantastic show. So well done. So well handled. That's the famous dog statue. It is Hachiko, named for being the Hachi 8 Ko child, basically. So the 8th in the dog litter. And it was the dog that followed the owner to the train every day and waited at the end of the train for the owner to come back after a long day of work. And when the owner was at work one time, they had a heart attack and died. And Hachiko waited and waited and waited and would not leave and died there. And so now there's a memorial to Hachiko of a big bronze statue of Hachiko the dog waiting for their owner to come back. And I think there's they made a more recent statue of the owner returning. And it's this really cute thing that they put together and did. At least I think it's cute. Somebody might not, but I think it do. I think it be that it do. That places on your to-do list. Well, you should do. Definitely. All right. One more quick point and serious point before we move on to the ridiculousness that is suing somebody over chess drama. We have new information that the death of the Yu-Gi-Oh writer, pull this up so I always forget his name. Takahashi. Here we are. Alrighty. You read that? I don't know if it's true yet, but I like it. So we'll see. We'll see. So earlier, we all know that Takahashi was found dead way out in the water. It was very, like, there weren't a lot of details because Japan's kind of like that. They don't like to report on stuff too in depth, especially when it comes to death. However, a U.S. military newspaper known as Stars and Stripes reported that Takahashi died trying to aid a U.S. Army officer in saving 3 people who were caught in a riptide at Mermaid's Grotto in Onna, Okinawa. Officer in question was U.S. Army Major Robert Bourgeau, a diving instructor. He was attempting to save an 11-year-old girl, her mother, and another soldier who were all trapped in a rip current about 100 meters from the shore. According to Bourgeau, he was unaware that Takahashi was trying to aid him at the time. Bourgeau told officials that Takahashi entered the water. However, he did not see Takahashi during the rescue itself. Bourgeau's diving students were the ones who saw Takahashi in the water before he disappeared. The spokesman for Japan Coast Guard declined to confirm whether Takahashi participated in the rescue attempt, but several sworn witness statements provided by the Army confirmed the details of Bourgeau's story. So, there is a chance that not only did Takahashi create Yu-Gi-Oh! That influenced the world, kids like me, but also died trying to make sure that other kids could literally live. So, I'm going to trust this story for now. Kampai. Kampai, you beautiful bastard. All right. Also, watch out for riptides. My mom, we went to like, it's kind of a drive to get to the ocean from where we're at, and so sometimes you will go as a Washingtonian to like Rocky Shores or something like that. And my mom would always be like, "Don't go too deep. The riptide will pull you under." And I was always like, "What are you talking about?" Because like you would feel the waves come back, but it was always like you could just stand there, and it was never a big problem. But damn, like it eats people sometimes. Like we don't get it up here. I don't know if like our continental shelf is like a little bit different shape or something where we just don't feel a lot of riptide, but it is a terrifying thing. You read that they didn't tell the girl anything about who was there? Yeah. I think from the sounds of it, it sounds like one of those like hurry hurry go go, and then you look around and you're just like wondering what's up. So I think it's probably best. We'll see. Your middle school classmate friend drowned trying to save his brother from the riptide, and they both ended up drowning. It was quite horrible over the summer. You don't know it's there until it gets you. Oof. That does not sound like a fun way to go. Succumbing to water. That's why I always drink tea. No riptide in a bottle of tea. You're not gonna kill me, ocean. All right. Let's talk about chess. Let's do... Wait, who's getting... Oh. 1 second here. Awesome. Riptides are by far the most dangerous thing you can encounter at the beach. Unless you step on a needle, that can be pretty bad. or you're like dumb enough to find one of those tiny octopuses and to like let it run all over you. And then it plants its babies in you. And then you give birth to like little baby octopi. All right. Story so far. We have Hans Moke Neiman, which is a made up name. This is a fake name. This is not a real person name. If you fall into a holding pond on human waste, that's a pretty bad way to die. Ooh. I got desynced. Am I resynced now? Blow. Blow. Hold on. Here, let me try to All right. Am I resynced? A blue ring octopus. Let's put it in my mouth. Oh. This'll get me 1 million views on TikTok. Alrighty. So yeah, Hans Moke Neiman, because no, didn't fix it. Is that a Japanese urban legend or international? Which one? The octopus babies? The octopus babies, I'm pretty sure is Lady Rackets. Let's see. Let me try. I don't want to do that. You answer now. Okay. Well, I'm gonna stay desynced for a minute here, I guess. Hans Moke Neiman, because Hans Moleman is the old man from The Simpsons. So when I see this name, I always think it's a joke. But he is a young chess prodigy, which we will say because he is a very, very good chess player. Am I confusing bot flies with octopuses? No. No, I'm not. Get unset. All right, fine. Fine, I will resync. I will resync. Give me one moment, everyone. You can all enjoy the restream pause window rather than the cool anime one while I do this. If it's still not synced, I can't save you. But didn't they come out the mouth? I have no idea what's going on. No idea what you're talking about. I'm trying to talk about chess, okay? So we got Hans Neiman, kid, good at chess. There's a bunch of background drama where this kid's teacher, professor, sensei, whatever chess people call it, has cheated in the past. It's the weirdest thing. Like, he was in a match asking his students for what move they think that he should do. And one of his students was using a cheat engine to see what would be the best move and giving him those moves. And he says, "Oh, I didn't know one of my students would be using a cheat engine." And you're like, all right, that doesn't change the fact that you're asking other people for what move you should do. I feel like it's all messed up anyway. So there's past drama of cheating allegations and this kind of thing, and he sits down with Magnus Carlson, and beats Magnus Carlson. And Magnus Carlson, if you don't know that name, that's the current name in chess. This guy is the chess grandmaster of grandmasters. Um, he leaves the tournament and then says some things that allude to the idea that did this is chat back? Hold on, am I back? Hold on. Okay, yeah, we are. At least it's live for me. I don't know if anybody else is out there, but it is live for me. So we'll see. We'll see how this continues. Anyway, there's a combination of he says like, oh, he doesn't really. Magnus is not only the best player, he's been the best player for 12 years running. Jeez, that is a long ass time. So he gets beat. He says some things that allude to the fact that Hans was cheating. A lot of people speculate based on the fact that Hans, he's got this very infamous post-game interview where they're like, "Oh, why did you make this move or that move?" And he's like, "My chess speaks for itself," and then just walks away. And it's like, okay. And some of the other things he said in interviews kind of show that maybe he doesn't really know what he's doing, which could be that he's just a little bit farther onto the spectrum than most chess players, and he has issues talking to people and communicating what he's thinking. Could also mean that he doesn't know why he would make a move or not. So there's a lot of speculation there. I honestly lean towards the spectrum argument that he just isn't as good at talking, because like I don't really care how much you were like. Let's say you are cheating, right? You're gonna know enough about chess to say why certain moves are good moves or bad moves. The inability to do so, I'm going with my spectrum argument. And then more recently, we had I believe it was online. It was a chess.com match. And Magnus and Hans were in a lobby, and it was one move by Hans, and Magnus quit out, left, just ditched. The real question is, did Magnus go full retard? I don't know. But I think Hans might have. And so then came the actual cheating allegations. This is where we talked a few weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, about the the anal bead cheating device, because the big theory, because shoes will get checked, pockets will get checked, bathrooms will get checked, like things are gonna get checked and scanned as they go into their chess match. Nobody checks the anal cavity though. So the thought is, did Hans shove a plug up his ass that vibrated Morse code to tell him what the correct move should be? A lot of people do comparisons with like, oh, he picks the right move a lot of the time. There's some questionability as to a lot of those informations, but we'll see. We'll see there. But now we've had drama and drama and drama. Like, oh, is he? And most of it circles around Magnus Carlsen's the greatest. This kid's probably a cheater. That's where most of it circles, which is that kind of a shitty thing? Yes. Is there a chance it's true? Also, yes. We can have both. We can all be crazy here. Geminire, everyone could be going full retard for all we know. We don't know. We just don't know. But it is pretty funny when someone says, "Oh yeah, well I'm gonna sue you." Oh, so we now have actual lawsuits. coming in. Dragon Ruse, I'm not late, you're late. Oh, that's fine. I'm sure I'll be late. I believe Hans is a filthy cheater. He's a Twitch streamer after all. There's one thing we've learned about Twitch streamers. It's that eventually we always find all of their skeletons. I just make sure to put all mine up front. Told you all when I had the runs, and I tell you all anytime I have a problem. You can find all my problems on blainsescapecorner.locals.com if you want to see what I deal with on a day-to-day basis. Things that I think are interesting enough to take pictures of and post. Or if you just want to be where I make announcements, you could be there as well. Didn't know he was a Twitch streamer thing. He definitely did it. All right, so let's read through the complaint. This is a long one. That's why I wanted to kind of push through some of the anime first, so that we could get to it here. I will make it a bit bigger. And actually, can I? Let me do this. Can I do this? Okay. And then, there we go. All right. Oh yes, why are you reading this, Blaine? You're not a legal YouTuber. What do you think you are? Some kind of law boy? What is this? And I'll tell you, I watched Matlock as a child. Oh, and I have been in my share of cases, considering I'm only 32. So I have some familiarity with this. I'm used to contract reading. I'm used to having to read something that a lawyer put together to make sure that it actually says what I need it to say as a client. That's where my ability to read this to you all comes in. Will there be stuff that I don't get because I don't have a full legal background? Correct. Yes. Is there stuff where, for anyone here, if you hire a lawyer to help you, you should read everything your lawyer hands out? I'm trying to remember what it was a little while ago, but there was someone who was suing somebody, and then was like, my lawyer wrote that. It wasn't me. And it's like, are you kidding me? If my lawyer writes something, I wrote that thing. So it's important for us as laymen to be able to read it. And that's laymen, not lame men. You watched Jag with your parents and loved it, and they reused footage from Clear and Present Danger? Perfect. This should be pretty readable. If this isn't readable, I will be shocked. Most law stuff is readable, and it's just like very specific like definitions of words that gets a little questionable from time to time. But we've got Hans Moke Niemann suing Sven Magnus. How the hell you pronounce an O with a slash in it? Carlson, aka Magnus Carlson, Play Magnus as DBA, that's doing business as. So Play Magnus being the corporation, DBA is Play Magnus Group, Chess.com LLC, Daniel Wrench, aka Danny Wrench, and Hikaru Nakamura. This is the one I'm interested in. Hikaru is the guy that I actually watch on YouTube playing playing chess against people. Like, Hikaru seems like such a jovial, nice guy. I'm like, huh, okay. Why is he here? We'll see. The EVS suit? Yeah, that makes sense. This, more than being about the lawsuit, it's for the press. Oh, I'm sure. How many Twitter tweets does this have? You do not like him. Really? Like, is he like a dick or something as a human? Because, I mean, I'll be honest, most of what I watch is like a 5-minute video where it's like Hikaru best hustler, or whatever. Hikaru's an a-hole? What? Where's this video coming from? So this has 12.4 thousand likes, 1,000 quote tweets, 1,400 retweets. So it's getting traction. Hikaru's an a-hole. You want to come on here and talk about it? Not really that important, but I find that so strange. Mostly your perception of his personality. See, I thought he was just a guy who would like just play anyone and then just kick their ass and walk away. Like that's what I always got from him. All right, plaintiff Hans Moke. I'm gonna say Molman one of these times. Neiman, by and through his attorneys, Oved and Oved LLP. The Pro Hawk application forthcoming. And local Missouri counsel, the Gartner Law Firm, alleges upon belief and follows. This means these are the people that he wants to represent him. These are the people in the local Missouri area that are currently doing the filings. The Pro Hawk means that like these people will get sort of like pseudo barred, I think is what that means. So it's like he paid these guys who are probably near him and said, I want to sue them, and they just had to get somebody who's nearby to help them with the suit. You'd assume he knows more about Hans than most people, but the way he talked about Magnus' allegations toward him felt sketchy. Interesting. Nature of the action. All right. Neiman is a 19-year-old, jeez-o-baloo, self-taught chess prodigy. I thought he had a trainer. If you have a trainer, could you still be self-taught? Like he taught himself how to play and then got a trainer to make him better? Briefly looking at Nakamura guy's face gives me Billy Mitchell vibes. What? What? Oh. That is... That is something I will not be able to unsee for the rest of my life. Is Hikaru Nakamura being the Asian Billy Mitchell? Hold on, I can find this. Here we go. Oh my goodness. All right. Maybe I was wrong about Hikaru. Okay. He brings this action to recover from the devastating damages that defendants have inflicted upon his reputation, career, and life by egregiously defaming him and unlawfully colluding to blacklist him from the profession to which he has dedicated his life. We will probably get to this, but I'm pretty sure that even before the initial loss that Magnus had against Neiman, that Magnus had a policy that if Neiman was in a tournament, he would not actually join, and that it was sort of a weird last-minute wild card thing that got Neiman in, that otherwise Magnus wouldn't have even been in a suit with him. In 2014, Neiman became the youngest ever winner of the Tuesday night marathon at the Mechanics Institute Chess Club. If that isn't the nerdiest thing I've ever heard in my life. The oldest chess club in the United States, earning him the title of U.S. Chess Federation Master. By December 2020, FIDE, the international governing body of professional chess, awarded Neiman its highest honor by naming him a chess grandmaster. By October 2022, FIDE ranked Neiman as the 40th best chess player in the world, tied for the 4th youngest player in the top 50. Chess is Neiman's life. Chess is life. Chess is more important than water. His gift for playing chess earned him a scholarship to the prestigious Columbia Grammar and Preparatory School in New York City, a school he could only attend by simultaneously working full-time to support himself financially since the age of 16. Since the age of 16, Neiman's sole means of supporting himself has been from the money he makes teaching chess and participating in chess tournaments. Prior to the events giving rise to this complaint, Neiman lived out of a suitcase, traveling the world to compete in chess tournaments. This chess is more important than pussy. Um, this feels like a weird thing to say. I lived out of a suitcase, traveling the world to compete. Feels like you didn't have much to lose other than chess. But also, it also says that chess is your life, so we'll see. Wait, what? What? Fanside, are you unfamiliar with the Booty Goon Godfather? We laugh at the Booty Goons that's spitting that butt with their Glock Dookies, but the real true king of the Booty Goons. What is his name? Fleece Johnson. Are you unfamiliar with the Boondocks? Exactly. I don't even know it from Boondocks. I know it from Fleece Johnson, the actual dude. Getting some booty is more important than water. And the way he talks is so terrifying. I likes ya. I wants ya. We can do this the easy way or the hard way. All right, back to this. Defendant Sven Magnus Carlson. Magnus Carlson's 31? He's younger than me? That's crazy. Is a 31-year-old chess player from Norway. That's why he spells his name with weird letters that don't exist. Oh, Dennis, you never have to apologize for being absent. I never accept them. I'm just glad to know that you're alive. He is presently the 5-time reigning world chess champion and highest ranked chess player in history. Carlson has exploited his notoriety and success in chess to create an incredibly lucrative global brand and online chess company, the Play Magnus Group. Play Magnus. Prior to the acts giving rise to the complaint, Play Magnus proudly touted Neiman as one of its ambassadors. Your son is also younger than you. There's lots of people younger than me, but when you're the greatest chess player in the world for years on end, it's like, wow, what a dedication you have to do that. I know who you are, Chris Hansen, but see, I calls you Chris Handsome. I thought he said he needed a tutor, but he was tutoring people. It's only a cameo. Oyasumi Kanpai Banzai. The controversy has ruined launch of Play Neiman. It's rough. Chess anime? I don't know about chess anime, but I know that the Hikaru no Go manga is really good, and I think it has an anime as well. Go's a little different than chess, a little bit, but also that's a show about the playing of Go. So I would recommend that. Here, I'll type it in the chat. Hikaru no Go. Over the years, Play Magnus has grown into one of the 2 largest online chess companies in the world, second only to the multi-billion-dollar behemoth Chess.com LLC, or Chess.com. In August 2022, Chess.com agreed to acquire Play Magnus for nearly $83 million and merge the 2 companies in order to monopolize the chess world. Carlson, having solidified his position as king of chess, believes that when it comes to chess, he can do whatever he wants and get away with it. Go is gay? What? In what way? There was some bingo in episode 2 of the Akiba Maid War. This is such a strange thing. He can do whatever he wants and get away with it. Like, this is written for people to read, not for a judge or an attorney. This is written for people in the news. On September 4th, 2022, Neiman soundly defeated Carlson during an in-person game at the prestigious Sinkfield Cup chess tournament in St. Louis, Missouri. Seems to be largely true. Oh no, you play Go Fishu, but if I king, I win? What's Go Fishu? Is that like a, did you make me say something that I don't understand? Magnus is a big name and has a lot of influence in chess online. Yeah, it's just funny though. It's like Jeff Bezos can do whatever he wants with his in the industry of sending stuff to people's houses, and it's like, I mean, yeah, but also, so what does that have to do with your complaint? Notably, this was not the first time that Neiman beat Carlson at chess, just the first time he did so at an FIDE sanctioned event. I don't like the way they do that. I know technically you can put the A if this is like not a vowel, but I don't like reading it that way. Similar vibes when Trump said he could get away with blasting a guy on Fifth Avenue. Yeah, it's just a weird thing to say that doesn't feel like it has any relevance. Neiman's upset victory effectively dashed Carlson's two remaining statistical ambitions, namely achieving a 2900 FIDE performance rating for the first time in history and breaking his own world record unbeaten streak in FIDE sanctioned events. These accomplishments, if achieved, would have solidified Carlson as arguably the greatest chess player of all time and made his burgeoning chess empire even more valuable. Making matters worse for Carlson, Neiman embarrassed Carlson by playfully taunting him during his post-match interview. Chess.com paid $82 million to acquire Magnus's company. Yeah, we said that. We said that. Or 83 is what it says here. Did they lie? Is it only 82? Shame on them. Notorious for his inability to cope with defeat, Carlson snapped, enraged that the young Neiman, fully 12 years his junior, dared to disrespect the king of chess, and fearful that the young prodigy would further blemish his multi-million-dollar brand by beating him again. Carlson viciously and maliciously retaliated against Neiman by falsely accusing Neiman, without any evidence, of somehow cheating during their in-person game and demanding that the organizers of the Sinkfield Cup immediately disqualify Neiman from the tournament when probably 82.5 plus. Exactly. They didn't round it. Taunting him. That's pretty ableist of Hans. Best chess player? Well, you're the best chess player. Am I right? Yeah. Dragon. Sometimes you got to round up from 82.1. Your mom doesn't count or your sister? Ooh, shots fired. Shots fired to the dragon's chest. When? Is this where the butt beads come from? Yes, from this match. This is the, well, if he cheated, how could he have cheated? This is where the butt beads and their Morse code vibrations come in. When tournament officials refused to comply with Carlson's corrupt and cowardly demand to baselessly eliminate Neiman from the competition, Carlson lashed out again, this time by boycotting the remainder. Does this sound funny? Sounds kind of funny. Maybe it's not the check. Strange. All right, we'll be okay. We'll make it through. Jimmy, now why can't you just let me have this one? I need a head desk. Like a desk for your head, or like what the hell's a head desk? Carlson lashed out again, this time by boycotting the remainder of the Sinkfield Cup in protest as an unprecedented act for a top chess professional, let alone the reigning world champ. Carlson then confirmed his defamatory accusations against Neiman with a provocative post on Twitter, which had the intended effect of disseminating Carlson's false accusations that Neiman had cheated against him across the globe. I think it's just the, I think this side earbud is actually just kind of dead. Huh. This one works though. And I've got a backup, so we'll be okay. Days later, Carlson was scheduled to play Neiman again in the Julius Baer Generation Cup. Rather than seek to redeem himself from his unexpected loss to Neiman, Carlson, the king of chess, really rubbing that in every time they can, gutlessly forfeited the game after making one move and then issued a press release repeating this false accusation that Neiman had cheated against him at the Sinkfield Cup. Okay, so now we've got 2 times that Carlson has taken action to openly say, or at least claimed. This says provocative post on Twitter. Confirmed them with a thing. Wanted to eliminate. Okay. Carlson's unprecedented actions, coupled with his unfounded accusations, sent shockwaves through the chess world and instantly thrust Neiman into the center of what is now widely reported as the single biggest scandal in history. Chess scandal in history. An emote of a head desk. Okay. Got it. Dragon Riz, it is my duty to always put down an Oki whenever an opportunity arises. Alrighty. Due to his unparalleled stature and influence in the chess community, Carlson knew that the public would believe his accusations of cheating against Neiman, even though Carlson had no legitimate basis to believe Neiman actually cheated against him. 2, he would ensure that no reputable chess tournament would invite Neiman to compete in the future. And 3, his false accusations would cause other top chess players to boycott Neiman as well. Following Carlson's defamatory accusations, a flurry of independent and unbiased sources, including the tournament organizers and arbiters of the Sinkfield Cup, FIDE, and the world's foremost experts in cheat detection, have uniformly confirmed there is no evidence that Neiman cheated in any of his games against Carlson. Ban him/her from chat. That's ableist. Including at the Sinkfield Cup, particularly given the more than ample anti-cheating security measures used at the event. Unbiased top chess analysts have dissected Neiman and Carlson's Sinkfield Cup game in excruciating detail and concluded that Neiman's victory resulted more from Carlson's particularly poor play than Neiman's particularly exceptional play. There's good reason to think Hans is a cheater, but I can't imagine how he's possibly cheating during that tournament. That's kind of what I wonder is like, even if he cheats, like I said earlier, you still are learning something. You're still getting good at chess. Like you're still learning how the game works, even if you're cheating. It's sort of like having that little tutorial button, like, oh, teach me what to do in this situation. So as long as you're always gleaning more information from that, you are becoming a better player. So there's no reason to doubt that Neiman is a good chess player. So in no way should any of this ever be taken as like Neiman's a bad player. It's all just a, you know, are these accusations going to be enough to actually have defamed him? So we'll see. Basically, everyone gets better at chess by cheating, which is asking AI how to better play chess. Exactly. And I did the same thing with shogi. It's like, computer, what move would you make? And it's like, this one. And I'm like, oh, I get it now. None. Actually, I probably need to turn my noise gate back up a little. Hold on. Filter gate. Gato. There we go. He was card counting somehow in a cardless game. Nonetheless, following Carlson's baseless and retaliatory accusations, Carlson unleashed his media empire to fan the flames of Carlson's cheating accusations, drown out the legitimate evidence refuting them, blacklist Neiman from top-level chess tournaments, and protect at any cost his eponymous Play Magnus brand and status as King of Chess. Almost immediately thereafter, Chess.com, in collusion with Carlson and Play Magnus, immediately banned Neiman from its website and all of its future events to lend credence to Carlson's unsubstantiated and defamatory accusations of cheating. Defendant Hikaru Nakamura, Chess.com's most influential streaming partner, acting in collusion with Carlson and Chess.com, published hours of video content amplifying and attempting to bolster Carlson's false cheating allegations against Neiman, with numerous additional defamatory statements. Oh god, I regret going to Nakamura's channel now. I've never seen a more pretentious channel banner in my life. Oh, what does it look like? I don't think I've ever seen the banner. I think I've only ever watched a video. I beat a bot on chess at level 10 3 times out of 12. 10 was the highest level. Nice. Better night usage thanks to watching the AI. GM Hikaru. Why we gotta keep making fun of this guy? Why has he got a bunny on his lap? Does the guy like bunnies? Or did they just put the bunny there? Oh, funny. Chess.com executive Danny Wrench issued defamatory press releases and leaked defamatory reports to prominent press outlets, falsely accusing Neiman of lying in his post-match Sinkfield Cup interview regarding his use of a chess engine in a handful of recreational online games when he was a child to bolster Carlson's unsubstantiated defamatory accusations that Neiman cheated against him at the Sinkfield Cup. Misfits is an esports team. As long as it's not the Mizkifs. Their mascot is a rabbit. Got it. He plays chess. It's our moral obligation to make fun of him. It's the only person the weebs can make fun of are the chess nerds. This is all we have. This is all we get, guys. Soak it in while we can. Despite the falsity of defendants' accusations, defendants' malicious defamation and unlawful collusion has by design destroyed Neiman's remarkable career in its prime and ruined his life. As a result of Play Magnus, the Chess.com's collusion to blacklist him from chess, Neiman can no longer compete in any online Chess.com or Play Magnus tournaments and will not receive invitations to in-person events sponsored by Chess.com or Play Magnus, which collectively comprise the majority of FIDE-sanctioned chess tournaments. Already, based on defendants' defamatory accusations, the Chess.com Global Championship revoked Neiman's invitation to play in that tournament in October 2022, even though Neiman earned that invitation through his exceptional play. Teenage Grandmaster Vincent Kemar canceled his upcoming game with Neiman in Germany. The Tata Steel... Chess and band nerds? Okay. Oh, you take that back? Don't take that back. Feels like a promo for a brand channel back when YouTube first promoted media over creators. Yeah. One of the most prestigious tournaments immediately ceased its ongoing arrangements for Neiman to play in its January 2023 tournament, and Neiman cannot obtain employment as a chess teacher at a reputable school. Accordingly, Neiman asserts the following claims against defendants: slander, libel, unlawful group boycott under the Sherman Act, tortious interference with contract and business expectancies, and civil conspiracy. Neiman seeks damages in the amount to be determined at trial, but no less than $100 million. Woo! Plaintiffs: Hans V Neiman, natural person, Connecticut resident. Sven resides in Norway. Play Magnus is a Norway LLC owned in whole and in part by Carlson. Look that up. That's weird. Defendant Chess.com LLC is a Nevada LLC with a principal place of business in Mountain View, California. Upon information and belief, Chess.com's members reside in Utah and California. Okay. Daniel Wrench, natural person residing in Utah. Hikaru Nakamura is a natural person residing in Florida. So we're suing in Missouri because that's where the thing happened. That's gonna be my guess. Where the first complaints happened. I knew of people but knew no one. Where do they come up with these ridiculous numbers for lawsuits? You take what you would make over the next like 5 years. And it just depends on the lawsuit, right? If you're suing for damages incurred, like let's say you get a contract that's canceled, you can sue for what you would have made on that contract for the next contract period. So if you have a 1 year contract where you're making $200,000 a year, $300,000 a year, and that contract gets terminated, you can sue for that next year's worth of contract, basically. If you have a 5 year contract where you're making 100K a year, now you can sue for 500K because you can sue for whatever the duration of the contract renewal would have been, basically. Then you add on to that your damages. So personal costs that are associated with what occurred, um, things, things like this. You're starting to add potential things. So Magnus Carlson made a company that is worth $98 million, or 83, $82 million is what it was purchased for. If I was a great chess master, I could have made a company that was $82 million. So you get some of that in these numbers where they're just sort of like throwing shit at the wall to say this is arguably something that could have happened. There could be a number of sponsorships that are lost. I didn't see any direct sponsorships that were claimed or like how much he makes in these classes and stuff. But chess is an old game that's still around. I'm sure there's a lot of money getting thrown around there. That guy was on The Simpsons. Yeah, Hans Molman. Hans Mol Neiman. Every time I read it, that's what I read. Thank you, Fansite. This court has jurisdiction pursuant to this because Neiman's claims arise out of federal law, namely 15 USC 1. The court has supplemental jurisdiction over Neiman's state law claims pursuant to something. Upon information and belief, this court also has jurisdiction over this action pursuant to 28 USC 1332, as none of the defendants reside in Neiman's home state of Connecticut. Venue is proper in this district pursuant to 28 USC because a substantial part of the events giving rise to the claims occurred in this district. Exactly. That's kind of what I thought going into that. Key players and their roles. FIDE since 1924. Chess has been regulated by the International Chess Federation, a Swiss-based federation known by the French acronym. All right. As the official body overseeing professional chess, FIDE sets the rules of international chess and competitions organizations. FIDE calculates these official performance ratings. An algorithm knows it as the ELO rating system. That's why when we play games like Overwatch or Gundam, we talk about ELO, the term ELO hell, that kind of thing. It all comes from the chess ELO. Prior to 2021, FIDE only officially sanctioned matches and tournaments that were held in person with participants playing their matches over the board, physically sitting there. FIDE employs strict anti-cheating procedures, such as screening players. A lot of this is going to be less important to anything that we would care about. If you were Neiman, you would read each and every one of these to make sure that everything you think about, FID sanctioned online events also employs strict anti-cheating protections. You want to make sure every single one of those details are in your suit when you come to one of these things. Neiman, however, has never participated in an FIDE sanctioned event that was not over the board. Interesting. Day-to-day operations of each of the FIDE sanctioned tournaments are run by tournament organizers. Anti-cheating or fair play measures. Chess.com and its economic dominance in the world. Outside of official chess events and tournaments sanctioned and regulated by FIDE, the authoritative body governing professional chess, there are a large variety of websites and online applications, including chess.com, on which people of any skill level, novices, enthusiasts, and professionals alike can play recreational chess. Casual check platforms have got a rise. Not out of me, though. Through a series of acquisitions, chess.com has become by far the world's largest. Yep. 90 million members. To attract members, it solicits top chess professionals from all over the world and create content on its platform pursuant to streaming partner agreements. Players with SPAs create content, articles, streaming videos. Chess employs many of the world's famous competitive chess players, including Carlson and Nakamura. Allows members to follow their favorite chess players for easier access to players' games. Nakamura has 1 million followers, and Carlson has over 64,000. Wow, that's a little difference. While chess.com provides an online rating system for its members, that rating system is completely separate and has no bearing whatsoever on the official FIDE performance rating. That makes sense. Accordingly, a professional chess player's performance on chess.com has absolutely no effect on their pro ranking. Chess.com holds tournaments. We don't care. Even though chess.com has no official role in governing professional chess and does not host any FID sanctioned events on its platform, nevertheless, dominant force in the professional world. Okay. We're getting some history here on why all of this is important to the chess world, because the judge is probably not going to be a chess enthusiast, I would guess. On a chocolate binge at work. Oh, well, hello, carbs and sugar. The chief chess officer Wrench. What a dumb name. Wrench is the public face of chess.com and a well-known figure in the chess world for his coverage and commentary for chess.com's flagship online events, as well as over-the-board tournaments sponsored by chess.com. Carlson and the main competitor, practically synonymous with pro chess. Carlson is an FIDE grandmaster, has won every world chess championship since 2013. He has a single highest peak elo rating in the history of chess at 2882. Carlson interacts with the public through his popular Twitter account, Magnus Carlson, which has nearly 800,000 followers. Highly visible streaming channel sponsored by chess.com. 2014, Carlson founded Play Magnus, which, after chess.com, has become the second most dominant commercial enterprise in chess. Over the years, Play Magnus expanded its reach in the chess world by acquiring other chess websites and chess content creators. Of course, it's growing. That's how websites work. As stated on its website, Carlson, through Play Magnus, united some of the most exciting chess brands and platforms into one strong ecosystem to grow the sport of chess under its own personal brand. To define the future of chess. On July 19, 2022, announced that he would not defend the Chess World Championship title that he had held since 2013. Instead, Carlson focused on two personal goals he believed would solidify his stature as the greatest chess player of all time: breaking his own world record streak of 125 consecutive FIDE sanctioned matches and achieving a rating of 2,900. Got it. Next, we got the streamer Hikaru Nakamura. Embrace the carbs. Yes, the carbs will keep you alive. Trust me. Nakamura is by far chess.com's most popular streaming partner with nearly 1 million followers on chess.com. Nakamura also operates streaming channels on multiple other social media platforms. The Twitch platform under the name GM Hikaru. Nakamura uses these channels to stream his chess matches. Nakamura operates a server called Naka's Pog University on Discord. Oh, be careful what you name your Discord. It may end up in a lawsuit. A popular voice and text message social media platform, and has a Twitter account with over 430,000 followers. In addition, Nakamura has a YouTube channel with 1.4 million subscribers. I rounded. As chess.com's most prolific online personality, Nakamura has a well-documented history of abusing his leverage with chess.com to blacklist competitors, accuse players of cheating, and damage the careers of up-and-coming chess players. Nakamura has also had acrimonious relationship with Neiman for several years, dating back to when they both worked as streamers for chess.com, and Nakamura viewed Neiman as a threat to his dominance on chess streaming platforms. He hated me. Neiman is American chess prodigy. Oh, yes, the waifu talk was right at the beginning. We were talking about Lum. Lum's the best. Lum is waifu. Neiman is American chess prodigy. At the age of 11, he became the youngest player to win the Tuesday night marathon held at this Mechanics Institute. That's still even the funny name to me. At the age of 16, he received no financial support or assistance from his family or anyone else, moved to New York City after receiving a scholarship to attend the prestigious Columbia Grammar. Receiving a scholarship is financial assistance from someone else. Scholarship. It's money. It's money given to you for something. Sure, you earned it, but still money. Now there's only chest and chest accessories. Butt plugs that vibrate what the best move of the game is. Oh, at the age of 17, he was Grandmaster 2021, blah, blah, blah. Chess.com's merger with Play Magnus to monopolize chess in August 2022, shortly before Neiman's victory against Carlson at the Sinkfield Cup. PlayMagnusChess.com announced the $83 million merger. Merger's announcement was personally made by Wrench and Carlson in a split-screen video as depicted below. Here is Danny Wrench. Here's Magnus Carlson. He's a year younger than me. That's what chess will do to you. Not even once. Thus, at the time Neiman defeated Carlson at the Sinkfield Cup, Chess.com were middle of negotiating terms for Carlson's sale of his Play Magnus brand. Announcing the merger, it was reported with this, there is no other realistic chess competitor in sight. Raising questions about monopolistic issues in the space and the reasons behind Chess.com's recent price hike. Glenn's favorite waifu has the same name as a berry from Pokemon. Oh, I don't understand Pokemon berries. Once completed, the merger will fully solidify chess's monopoly over the chess industry, among other things, providing a total control over Chess24, one of the last few alternatives to Chess.com for online chess and purchasing the Play Magnus brand. Between Sep 1 and Sep 13, Neiman competed in the Sinkfield Cup. Total prize pool of $1.4 million. So this was it Geminire was asking about where they come up with these numbers. Here's kind of where they start. So the St. Louis one is a $350,000 prize pool. The Sinkfield Cup is one of the legs of the Grand Chess Tour with a total prize pool of $1.4 million. So usually total prize pool is like, here's what all the prizes are worth. So you as number one winner don't usually get 1.4, but like it sort of tiers down. But you start adding up this 800,000 here, 800,000 here, and multiply that over, how much of a lifetime has been lost because people say you cheated. Sort of the idea. Well, of course, a concrete jungle dweller wouldn't understand berries. All we have are blackberries. Blackberries that take over every other plant in the world. It was Dragon Riz that didn't understand the numbers. I didn't want to assume that. All of the matches in the Sinkfield Cup were held live and in person. In other words, over the board. Third round of the cup took place. Is he going to list out like how he did it? By all accounts, Neiman was a massive underdog, particularly given that Carlson was playing with the white pieces, which afforded Carlson the distinct competitive advantage of making the first move in the game. Yet, unlike the vast majority of Carlson's opponents, Neiman was not intimidated by Carlson's stature and did not play for a draw like most would have done. Neiman played to win. He attacked Carlson early and flipped the advantage to the black pieces, which rattled Carlson for the remainder of the game. Unnerved by Neiman's unexpected confidence and early strategic advantage, Carlson made numerous mistakes upon which Neiman capitalized to secure a tremendous victory over Carlson, which, by all accounts, should have propelled Neiman's career to the next level and allowed him to continue realizing his enormous potential as the next great American chess player. Unbeknownst to Neiman at the time, defendants would do whatever it took to ensure that this would never happen. Neiman not only beat Carlson, Neiman embarrassed Carlson by defeating him with the black pieces and playfully taunting him during and after their match. He also shattered Carlson's historic 53-game unbeaten streak and made it practically impossible for Carlson to ever achieve a 2,900 FIDE performance rating. What is more, Neiman handed Carlson this stunning upset while Carlson was in the midst of negotiating and finalizing the merger to solidify Carlson's chess empire around his Play Magnus brand. Ooh. Chess sounds a lot like Gundam. We've got Gundam battles up front, corporations in the back. It's like the mullet. It's the mullet of plot devices. Fire Emblem should sponsor him to play their games. Neiman on the up and up. White pieces, blame them. Yeah, it's all the white pieces' fault. As a result of this shocking defeat, Carlson snapped, unable to accept the reality of unexpected loss. Carlson reflexively retaliated by defaming Neiman to Michael Kordakovsky, the executive director of the Grand Chess Tour, falsely accusing Neiman of cheating during their game and demanding that Neiman be immediately disqualified. Carlson knew that Neiman's sudden expulsion from a major professional chess tournament would send a clear, albeit false, message to the public that Neiman cheated. Because Carlson had absolutely no evidence of Neiman's cheating, Khodorkovsky refused to comply with Carlson's dictatorial demand. Exactly, this sounds like Gundam stuff. Yeah, now I'm wondering where the chess anime is. Where's my chess anime? Soon the merger will be complete. Hold on. Hold on. Carlson just lost. Maybe we can get it at a lower price now. We must renegotiate the deal. uh. The teardrop scene from SpongeBob SquarePants and Cyberpunk. Oh. Yet, this did not stop Carlson from disseminating his false and defamatory accusations that Neiman cheated. It merely forced him to be more creative. Carlson rose to the challenge by first convincing Khodorkovsky to dramatically enhance the anti-cheating measures at the Sinkfield Cup, including by adding military-grade metal detection scans. Military-grade metal detection scanner. The Garrett ATX Pulse Induction Military Grade Metal Detector. $2,400. And it requires 8 AA batteries. Oh, that's how you know it's military grade, when it still runs on AA's and just a bank of AA's. Oh, man. And a 15-minute tape delay on all broadcasts of tournament games. You know, the tape delay probably a smart idea. Don't they do that in professional sports? They put a slight delay on all the broadcasts so they can't like send info live if they're watching on TV. Yeah, my military grade metal detection scanner is finally here. Yeah. I forgot to order the batteries. Is that Marvin the Martian? Did I do it? It's been a while since I've watched a Looney Tune. Carlson knew that the sudden, unnecessary, unexplained implementation of these new anti-cheating measures would be interpreted by the chess community and the public to mean the tournament operators had a legitimate basis to believe that one or some of its players had cheated. All right, here's an interesting point though. Counterpoint: Carlson lost, thought he has to cheat, believes in his heart he has to have cheated. He had to have cheated. So he sets up a bunch of he's like, we got to change some stuff because if he did cheat, we can't let him keep cheating. Chess is a serious game. Don't mess with chess. Apparently not. You remember Marvin simping for the Martian Queen in Duck Dodgers? Yep. Was that the game? I feel like there was like a Looney Tunes store where you could like you go inside the Marvin the Martian like capsule and like hit buttons and it would play like different things. Those were the days. Little kid playing around in a store full of stuffed animals. Then at 2 p.m. on September 5th, 2020, the day after Neiman's shocking upset, Carlson publicly announced on his Twitter page that he had withdrawn from the Sinkfield Cup. In that Twitter post, Carlson linked to a video of soccer manager Jose Mourinho infamously reacting to a controversial referee decision by saying, "I prefer really not to speak. If I speak, I am in big trouble. If I speak, I am in big trouble." It was a Daffy Duck sci-fi spin-off. Okay. Carlson knew full well that withdrawing in the middle of a prestigious, high-profile professional chess tournament like the Sinkfield Cup is virtually unheard of for any top-level chess player, let alone the reigning chess world champion, widely considered to be the greatest chess player in history. By insisting that the Sinkfield Cup impose enhanced anti-cheating measures after his loss to Niemann, resigning from that tournament immediately thereafter, and then referencing a famous video of a soccer coach refraining from publicly accusing referees of misconduct, Carlson conveyed a clear and unmistakable message to the public that Niemann only beat Carlson because he cheated. By telling them to enhance anti-cheating things and then making a post that referenced misconduct, he said he cheated. That's not really clear. I know that you have to argue that it's clear, but I don't know that it's like a clear and unmistakable message. That's a very mistakable message, I would say. But you got to argue hard. Go in the paint. There's always someone better. Sometimes. But you're the best dragon in this chat. As Carlson intended, the chess world and the public at large received Carlson's defamatory message loud and clear. WorldChess.com posted an article, Did Hans Niemann actually cheat? All the info so far, which stated Carlson withdrew multiple tweets, streams, comments, and security checks later. The accusation of Niemann cheating is pretty obvious. Slate posted an article about it. ABC News Australia posted an article about it. Wow, 3 of the greatest. WorldChess.com, sure, it's poignant to your area. Slate and ABC News Australia included that Hikaru is alluding to foul play. For now. Chessbase.com posted an article stating that in the last few days, the chess world has been an enormous upheaval after the World Championship. Magnus Carlsen withdrew from the Sinkfield Cup in protest after 3 rounds with an unspoken accusation of cheating of the player who defeated him, U.S. rising star Hans Niemann. The Guardian newspaper, noting that Carlson's only explanation for why he withdrew from the Sinkfield Cup was a cryptic video of a football manager, Jose Marino, saying, If I am speak, I am in big trouble. During a press conference about referees, this was widely interpreted as raising suspicions of cheating. Also noted that games will be rated and defeated by Niemann will cost him 7 rating points, a large setback in the context of trying to get from 2865 to 2900. His dream of a record rating has just become more distant. Does a loss not mean that he just needs to win another one? Not how that works. No one's better than Chuck Norris, not even that little Oriental fellow that only moved because of magic. He couldn't even survive taking an aspirin. Why you gotta do me dirty like this? Bruce Lee, born and lived in freaking... He's the heart of the Seattle. A dragon lives among us. Chuck Norris is cool and all. Don't talk down to Bruce Lee. The triads got him, and you don't ever outlive the triads. Vice News published an article, a cryptic tweet. Tweet to mean the only reason why Niemann won was because he cheated. That's just wrong. After Carlson succeeded in laying the groundwork against Niemann with his initial defamatory accusations of cheating, he unleashed the full force of a newly brought-in media empire to publicly bolster those allegations and drown out any legitimate sources of opposition that demonstrated why Carlson's allegations were untrue. Immediately after his withdrawal from the Sink Cup, his manner maliciously calculated to communicate to the world that Niemann had cheated during their match. Chess.com banned Niemann from its website, deleted his Slack account, and forbade Niemann from participating in any further Chess.com events. By design, this sudden ban at the precise time that Carlson accused Niemann of cheating against him added instant credibility to Carlson's false allegations and suggested that they were true. Otherwise, there'd be no reason for Chess.com to suddenly ban Niemann immediately after he defeated Carlson. To bolster this unprecedented joint ban, which effectively blacklisted Niemann from professional chess, Nakamura leveraged his platform as Chess.com's top streamer and credibility as a top chess player to engage in an all-out blitz of defamatory accusations to further confirm that Carlson accused Neiman of cheating and make it appear that those accusations are true. There are Chuck Norris fans in Seattle? What? Chuck, Chuck Norris is like a national hero. He did this crazy thing where he learned karate and then would just punch people. When people would do a bunch of hoo-ha, he would just punch them. And it was like, oh, that's right. This is a fight. And Bruce Lee, similarly, just kept everything that was important from everything he learned, and just got rid of everything that was frou-frou. But yeah, eventually the triads come for all. That's for sure. On September 5th, Nakamura leverages platform as top streamer to engage in an all-out blitz of defamatory accusations to further confirm that Carlson accused Neiman of cheating. Nakamura stated numerous times. Let's see. Magnus did not withdraw because he was pissed at losing the game. Let's put it that way. I mean, I've played with Magnus for the last 20 years. He did not withdraw because he lost the game. I mean, it's pretty obvious why Magnus withdrew. It's very obvious why he withdrew. There's no doubt in my mind why he withdrew. No doubt. Zero doubt. I already said it. Magnus literally posted a video. If I speak, I'm in big trouble. Yeah, it's very clear what he's implying. There's no doubt in my mind. We know why. We know why Magnus withdrew. There's zero doubt. There's zero doubt why he withdrew. If there's a 15-minute delay, that says it all. If they're on a 15-minute delay, then we know the reason why Magnus withdrew from the event, plain and simple. And that's all I need to say. They were not on a delay for the first 4 rounds. Yeah, it's that simple. A lot of inference there. All I'm saying is Chuck can pop aspirins like Percocets. Molly Percocet. Molly Percocet. Formerly second highest ranked chess player in the world. Who touted his inside knowledge regarding Nakamura, knew that if he accused Neiman of cheating or stated that he believed Neiman cheated, the public would assume that those accusations and or opinions were based on inside knowledge and expertise in chess, and thus should be credited as true. To bolster the credibility, Nakamura made several false and defamatory statements suggesting that he had specialized knowledge not known to the public, further proving that Carlson's accusations against Neiman were true. Mask off, Molly Percocet. Yes! Oh, man. No way Hans wins this case, but that shit is why I don't like Karu, and he wants to go out and act like, oh, I wasn't accusing him of cheating. I was just saying that everyone else is. I get it. I get it. I guess the Hikaru that you see playing chess with a bunch of different people isn't quite the Hikaru that's actually live streaming. I've heard from a lot of different chess players in regard to Neiman's over-the-board shots. I'm obviously not going to say names of these people I know. These are people I know, people that I respect from very prominent people in the chess community. I heard about this directly from someone from St. Louis. One of the players during the Rapid and Blitz has said that they're basically certain that Hans has done something, and then Magnus withdraws from the tournament, so it's very strange. Complete nonsense. It's just not possible because it's such an obscure line. There's no way you're looking at it to this degree. Brings me back to senior year remembering that song. I'll just say as someone who's played a lot of games, if you're super prepared and you look at something that morning, you blitz out the first 20 moves. If you looked at it that morning, you just blitz it all out, all the moves. You don't pretend. You don't use 12 minutes. You use like 3 or 4 minutes on one specific move. That's how it works. This is weird. This analysis by Neiman is not 2700 level analysis. This is not 2700 analysis like Alejandro's outplaying him as the interviewer. Alejandro's not even using the engine and he's outplaying him. During the same streaming video, Nakamura also republished a tweet from an account named Unsubstantiated Chess Rumors, falsely stating that the top players know that Neiman has been banned twice on chess.com for cheating, which statement Nakamura falsely presented as fact, claiming this is a legitimate tweet. Okay, The account is named Unsubstantiated Chess Rumors, and if he said this is a legitimate tweet, was he memeing like this is an actual tweet that's out there, or was he actually like trying to say that this is like a real event that occurred? They're all coons. What do you expect? They play chess. They've got nothing else but kings and queens in front of them, moving pawns around all day. During his stream the next day on September 6, 2022, Nakamura continued to amplify Carlson's allegations and reiterated that his own specialized knowledge proved that Carlson's accusations were true. This is something that has been going on for a long time. I've heard from many different people, and when Magnus is a world champion, essentially, I think, is saying there's something weird going on, you start to look at it a little bit differently. Once a rattlesnake bit Chuck Norris, after 3 agonizing days, the snake died finally. Or finally died, yeah. Why would Magnus say, if there's literally no hard proof? Like I said, amongst grandmasters, this rumor's been around forever. I've heard it. I've summarily dismissed it many and different times, but actually top players are saying stuff now. Nakamura's statements were false and defamatory, including because Neiman did not cheat against Carlson in September 4, 2022, and because Neiman had not previously been banned twice on chess.com for cheating. Yet, as Nakamura well knew, his reputation as one of the world's top chess players allowed him to hurl these false and completely unsubstantiated accusations against Neiman, and the public would regard them as fact. Like, I've got a sudden odd thought. Like, does he actually have to prove that he didn't cheat in order to prove that these things are false statements? Or did they have to prove that he did cheat in order to prove that they are true statements, or statements based on facts that he probably cheated? Because if Nakamura is going off of what other people have said, I don't know that he really falls in line with like a defamatory statement. Carlson, if you can interpret him as saying that he cheated, that makes a little more sense. But then you have to ask, was he saying this based on like knowledge that he had that would actually lead to him truly believing that yes, he did cheat? Interesting. What a fucking liar, dude. What a fucking Weasley little liar, dude. What a Weasley little liar, dude. Holy shit, dude. Holy fucking shit, dude. Literally lying. Still lying. Wow. This is your button, man. Wow. That is typically isn't the job of the accusers to prove he cheated. Also, that was a meme. Okay. Well, it was still funny. I still giggle at it. Oh, this one. Okay.
Black person and say, hey, the end. So nothing I do is, it's always. You think black? What a fucking liar, dude. What a fucking Weasley little liar, dude. What a fucking Weasley little liar, dude. Holy shit, dude.
Excuse me.
Holy
Sorry.
fucking shit, dude.
I apologize for that.
Literally lying. Still lying to his audience.
Oh, man. That was funny. Twitter is 100% a true news source. Exactly. All right. They were false. Typically isn't the job of the accusers to prove he cheated. Yes and no. And we'll, if we have time, we might not have time actually to look into this. I'll be interested to see if there is any sort of like anti-slap where now it switches the burden of proof for them to actually bring proof that he didn't cheat. Or if or how that'll work out as far as all this goes. But we are about halfway through this. We got about 10 minutes left. I'm gonna blitz it here, because I'm not sure too much more of this is really too specific. Vaporeon green text is real. Yeah, as long as there's that gif of Misty getting transformed into a Vaporeon, then we all know that works. No, Dragon Ruse. Tonight is a Drek stream over on Nick Ricada's channel on Rumble. So we will be abandoning ship to go laugh in that chat once 9 o'clock rolls around here in about 10 minutes for me. So we will get over there because it's funny. Just days later, chess.com, Wrench. Okay, so this is a bunch of the things that Wrench has said. We've shared detailed evidence with him concerning our decision, including information that contradicts his statements regarding the amount and seriousness of his cheating on chess.com. We have invited Hans to provide an explanation in response with the hope of finding a resolution. You don't have Rumble? I mean, you can just go to rumble.com. You don't need to have Rumble. I don't have the Rumble app. I just use a browser. Just like click Chrome or whatever. I don't even do that. I literally just use the Rumble website when I'm on a phone. Yeah. Drex when? Drex in 9 minutes. If you aren't rumbling, how's that storm gonna be coming? There's a rumbling in my bowels in a few minutes, I'm sure. I had a big bowl of chili. It's Rumble is trying to copy YouTube. Whereas like Odyssey is like, I'm the branch chain. You know, they're sort of trying to make their future YouTube thing, whereas Rumble is literally just like, what was YouTube like 10 years ago? Let's copy that for now. And they're getting into it. Michael, you and all of us, for sure. So we'll do that here in a minute. Rumble went public not too long ago. Yep, $rum RUM on the NASDAQ. Chess.com's false accusations, further fanning the flame. Okay. The swirling conspiracy theories were so outrageous they garnered the attention of, among many others, Elon Musk, who spread them in posts on Twitter, and Stephen Colbert, who spread them on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. Elon Musk has 100 million followers, and The Late Show has some viewers. Some people watch it sometimes. Defendants continue to defame Neiman after another match with Carlson. So this is about that second match they had where after making one move, he just bailed. Just said, nope. Any thoughts that the issue of cheating might be put to bed were quickly dashed when Carlson resigned after making only one move in apparent protest at Neiman's participation. No ads and unfair strikes. Yeah. Also, a really shitty back end, and no pop out chat. There's some issues with it, but it's newer, so they'll have to do some ironing to get it all fixed. Meanwhile, Carlson was privately disseminating his false cheating accusations to numerous members of the chess community, including chess commentary Lawrence Trent. Further fueling, this is all the people that are adding to it beyond those initial ones. Carlson issues a statement explicitly accusing Neiman of cheating against him and confirmed his intention to blacklist Neiman from pro chess. September 26, issued a statement on his Twitter account that said, I believe that Neiman has cheated more and more recently than he has publicly admitted. His over-the-board progress has been unusual, and throughout our game in the Sinkfield Cup, I had the impression that he wasn't tense or even fully concentrating on the game in critical positions, while outplaying me as black in a way I think only a handful of players can do. This game contributed to changing my perspective. Let's get ready to rumble. Rumble needs some work, but at least you can stream from there. It's Susan Tube gets uppity. I need 95 more subscribers on my Rumble account if I ever want to be able to stream on Rumble. So you can tell your friends to go check out my Rumble. It's linked in the description of any video that I have, as well as in the pinned comment above. Rumble is the Windows 95 of video upload sites. 100%. 100%. Background audio works on mobile Android, but I'm ready to put my phone in Office. Yeah, it's so funny on the back end. Oh, I do not want to play against people that have cheated repeatedly in the past. Exactly. What else do we got? By stating Carlson doesn't want to play. If this was your lawsuit, you should read this. But it's not mine, and like I said, I got other things that I want to do tonight. So let's see. Is there anything else? Is there another section that says like where is the here's what I want done? Oh, thanks for the Rumble sub, Alex. Is there awesome people on Rumble? Half, half and half. Rumble is just now starting to get creators that are like, oh, I'll do something on not YouTube. Like, for example, my Rumble page is already monetized, and every YouTube video that I upload is duplicated over there. It's very, very simple and easy to do. So now there's people that are just making Rumble accounts to make videos over there. But a year ago, Rumble was everyone who got banned from everywhere else. So it was a fire and brimstone kind of landscape. I was there, Gandalf 3,000 years ago. Yeah. I remember Windows 95. Windows 95 was pretty good. Pretty fun and pretty good. Here we go. Despite the fact that Neiman did not cheat during his Singfield Cup or use an engine during online recreational matches more frequently than he has acknowledged, defendants coordinated a campaign of defamation and misinformation has nevertheless already had the desired effect of destroying Neiman's reputation, career, and livelihood. Ooh. Neiman has also arranged for a match against fellow up-and-coming teenage grandmaster Vincent Kimar to be hosted in Germany. However, following defendants' accusations, Kimar has refused to play in this match, specifically based on defendants' defamatory accusations. Okay, so there's some direct. I think we said this before we talked last week, but this very briefly. Once you get the suspicion of cheating, it will follow you your entire career. 100%. He will never get away from this. And here's where the numbers come in. In a typical year, Neiman would expect to participate approximately 15 major chess tournaments, which would generate approximately 5 to 15K in appearance fees for Neiman, give Neiman access to potential to cash prizes ranging between 5 to 100K, and 3, provide Neiman the opportunity to play matches against highly rated competitors and increases FIDE rating. Being excluded from these tournaments, Neiman has lost any opportunity to obtain any appearance fees or cash prizes, as well as an ability to improve. We just said that. By banning Neiman from online chess, defendants monopolized Neiman's streaming career, which has also been destroyed. In fact, Neiman cannot even obtain employment as a chess teacher at a reputable school at this point. Slander. Neiman reiterates, realleges each and every allegation as contained in the above paragraphs. With the same force and effect as fully set forth herein, defendants published and republished false and defamatory oral statements accusing Neiman of cheating. Defendants' statements were false and set forth more fully above. Defendants made the defamatory statements with full knowledge that they were false. So these are all the things that you have to prove in order to prove that they were false statements or that they were slander. Now the libel, that they everything I said above happened, and they republished and published false statements. So we'll get to know if writing a tweet is publishing. So that's good. Statements were false and set forth more fully above. Yep. These are all the different points for libel. Third, the Sherman Act. This is an odd one. Neiman reiterate, defendants acted in concert to improperly refuse to deal with Neiman, as described more fully above, including chess.com and Neiman from its platform and sponsored events. Carlson refusing to play Neiman. The global chess industry. How does this? Concerted actions to ban and blacklist Neiman constitute an improper and unreasonable restraint of trade because those actions remove a top chess player from national and international chess circuit. Okay. In the last minute that I have you all, and maybe a couple more minutes because Nick will be late. This last one here feels like that. I know they're colluding. I know they're working together. Let's just throw it at the wall and see what happens. But this feels like the thing they put together when they're like, well, maybe this will work too. And they're just kind of like pitching one more thing in. You sit down with a lawyer, there's always something that you bring to them and you're like, I want to sue them for this, this, and this. And then they're like, okay, why? And you are like, here's all my reasons for this. Here's all my reasons for this. And here's a reason for this. And they look at you and they're like, you only have one reason for this. And you're like, yeah. And they're like, are you sure you want to add this to the complaint? And you're like, actually, let me think about it. That's what this one feels like. This feels like that I've got a few more issues that I have. Let me see if I can work together with it, or if I can find a way to make this work. And using the Sherman Antitrust Act, ah, that doesn't immediately sound plausible, but you know, someone figured it out. And then tortious interference with contracts and business expectancies against all defendants. All of the Vic fans having PTSD when I read that phrase. um, this is we all know what this is. If you followed any of the Vic Mignogna stuff, you know exactly what tortious interference is. You probably can define it better than most lawyers at this point. Innocent until proven guilty, so he was not cheating. Cry more. Innocent until proven guilty, they were not lying, so cry more. The innocent until proven guilty only works when the state is coming after you. Civil conspiracy. Here we go. All defendants. This one makes more sense to me. The Sherman antitrust one, that's an oddball, but just they work together. I'm pretty sure based on just the chess.com purchase alone, you could prove that one. Dated in New York, signed by everybody, and we did it. Awesome. Everyone, thank you very much for a wonderful rest of our evening. Or rest of our, or the hell am I doing? Everyone, thank you very much for a very fun stream. I always enjoy hanging out with you. I am going to pull up Ricada Law's Rumble here. We'll get a here we go. He's not live yet, so I can take a little time here. But this is where I will be over in this chat room at rumble.com/a bunch of hoobity bank, listening to Ricada Law and his friend Drexel talking about all kinds of good stuff. Should be a blast. Thank you very much for hanging out with me, talking some anime, talking some escapism drama is what we'll call it. Escape the drama. With a big old lawsuit from Hans, not the Mole Man, but might as well be the Mole Man. You're gonna go play Jedi Outcast. There you go. Traitor. I did a 5-hour stream yesterday. I won't do that. Everybody, I will catch you tomorrow. We've got our Friday fun time. We will chat and have a good old time. There's been a lot of updates on some new shows. So I'm excited to hash it out with everybody. Escapism drama is gay a little bit. Bye. You'll never forget this. I'm sure you'll forget this. It's okay. Have a wonderful rest of your evenings, and I'll catch you all next time. Kampai.